Y'all already know what's going on. We gonna watch. Man kicks out his wife after finding DNA test prove he's not the father of that child. Let's get it. Hold on. See certain things that hold on, y'all. Let's get it.
Imagine raising a child only to find out they're not yours. That's exactly what happened to this man. And when the truth came out, he made a decision that left his wife shocked. Let's break it all down.
I asked you to get a DNA test. How would you feel?
Well, considering we're married.
Because I think that was kind of the question, right? Like,
I'm like, considering we're married, I think we have a bigger problem.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
Because I think if 2 weeks after Kyra was born, you want a DNA test, you think I was cheating on you. And then if you think I was cheating on you, we have trust issues. If we have trust, what are we doing?
But I don't know why I'm doing it. She gaslighted this man, bro. She trying to manipulate his mind, and she trying to shame him to being like, you insecure, you got trust issues, cause why you saying all this? She trying to gaslight him. She gaslight him, basically. You know what I'm saying? And the fact y'all married or not, they don't mean nothing. We could be girlfriend or boyfriend, husband or wife. It don't matter. You can still cheat and get pregnant by a whole nother man. So what marriage got to do with anything? What do marriage got to do with anything? And another thing, if you have your woman to get a DNA test and she get mad and she start making up excuses or whatever, you know what I'm saying, she start to catch an attitude with you, she been cheating. She been cheating till the baby might not be yours. Even if the baby is yours, she's still cheating. Cause she's still doing something that she ain't supposed to be doing. Yeah, she's still doing something out here that she's not supposed to be doing. I wanna let y'all know that.
Like, right, like we're going much deeper into the surface. I think if it's a one night stand and you ask me for a DNA test, or maybe we're not exclusive, you ask me for a DNA test, I can't take it offensively because we both knew what we were doing. But I think if we're married, if we're in a monogamous relationship where it's not an open relationship, no, absolutely not.
She belongs to the streets.
Like, I think we have a I would feel away. I think most people would feel away.
I'm not disagreeing with you that it might make you feel away. I think that's the normal reaction, the normal human reaction.
You serious?
The only problem here is addressing this late in the relationship. When it comes to this topic, it's better to be addressed early in the relationship to avoid these complications.
But I think when you sit down and think about it, not that you shouldn't feel away, but you should understand.
A man should not be scared or hesitant to ask about this. Every man deserves to know if their child is his.
DNA testing at birth.
Mandatory.
Mandatory DNA testing at birth. I don't agree with that.
She belongs to the streets.
She a bop.
Check
She
that
a bop.
baby. No. Like,
She a
what?
bop, bro.
Check that baby. I don't care what nobody say. Check that baby. You never know.
Why?
Man, she a jump off, bro. Because if any female don't agree, bro, she a bop, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm not even finna sit here and play with y'all. I'm being dead serious. If any female get mad at DNA test, birth at mandatory, like soon as the baby born, they go test the daddy and the kid to see the baby here. She get mad at that, she a bop. She against any of that, bro. She been running around the streets. She a whole bird out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? She a whole bird. And she a run through. I'm gonna keep it real.
You never know.
Exactly. Never trust blindly.
Single mom of 4. I mean, none of my children's fathers, I wasn't with them, besides this one and my last
Was
one.
your father in your life?
No. So you
A
think it's because I
father
have daddy
or-
issues?
I don't think that you have daddy issues. I know that you have daddy issues. Yeah, trust me, I know. I have a daughter. The way my daughter views me, she's in awe. She views me as everything is because I treat my daughter as such. So any man that encounters my daughter, she's going to be measuring that man up to me. You don't even meet the things that my daddy is doing for me. So why should I take you? So I'm saying that I know for a fact that it streams from you not having a good father, because if you had a good father, the men that you choose would would be better men and you would respect them and you would talk to them better. But I know that you don't have a good father because you speak down to your man currently.
Damn.
I agree that a mother has an important role, but without a father figure, it's unbalanced, and children need their father as much as they need their mother to grow up well balanced.
And it's a lot of good dads out here that's never gonna get custody of their kids, right? And a lot of men are gonna grow up, young black men gonna grow up and be like, dang, like why my dad ain't never, I ain't never get to stay with my dad, I ain't never do this, I ain't never do that. And I tell this story, right?
My bad for pausing. I want to get my input on this too. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the black community. I know it, all the races do that, you know what I'm saying? You know what? This could be for all the races. The kid growing up wonder why oh, why my daddy was in my life and this and this and this and this. 9 times out of 10, it's your mama's fault because she's being toxic. You feel what I'm saying? Because the man didn't want to be with her no more. And he broke up with her, but he still taking care of you. Or she cheated or she did whatever. Cause look, I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, it's her fault, bro. She did something. So if it didn't work out or whatever, he still taking care of the kid. He still want to be there for his kid. But nah, she used that kid as a weapon against him. Put him on child support. Keep him from seeing his kid. You know what I'm saying? Saying certain things to the kid. And the kid go up mad at the daddy and hating on the daddy the whole time. She telling the kid a whole lie. You feel what I'm saying?
I was 30 years old when I visited my dad's house for the first time in my life, right? And the reason why that is because my brother died.
This story will go in a direction you've never seen before, so stay tuned.
And all these years, for 30 years, I was always mad at my dad because I was like, man, he ain't never want me to come to his house. He ain't never want me to come play with my siblings. He would never let me stay with him for the summers and stuff. Whole time, when my brother died, I found out that it was never my dad. It was my mom. And then later, my mom admitted that it was, she didn't want to have to give up child support.
He went all these years angry at his father, when the father wasn't the one at fault to begin with.
In custody of me. That's crazy, right?
She should have told him the truth. Sometimes in life, the bitter truth is better to be told to our loved ones rather than a made-up lie. Because when they find out we've been lying, we could lose them forever.
Got the audacity, bruh. Still be in my house and she pregnant by another dude.
Why does it matter? You with different girls all the time.
What you mean?
You with different women all the time.
I ain't with no different women all the time. And if I was, I ain't got nobody pregnant, though. I ain't got nobody pregnant, though. Okay, yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you gotta get out of my house.
I'm not going to.
You gotta get out of my house.
Man, what's the Bob? Always a Bob, yo. I better tell y'all that, bro. You can't read. Ain't no reincarnation. Well, not reincarnation. Ain't no help with them. Like, rehabilitation with them, bro. Once the Bob, always a Bob, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never understand why y'all women do this. Y'all get pregnant by a whole other man and still be up in the man's house that he paid for. Up under his roof, eating all his food. You know what I'm saying? You have this dude take y'all on the dates doing this for you, but the whole time you paid about a whole another dude. You feel what I'm saying? Cheating. What you got to cheat for? That's why I ain't dating right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for that. I really don't got time for that. And then, bitch, your whole time, if dude never found out she had a baby, right? He signed a birth certificate. He got she like I said, she already did something devious, so she knows she gonna put. I'm all knowing. She gonna put the nigga on child support because the other dude don't want to be in his baby life. The one that got her pregnant, he not gonna be in her. He not gonna be in her life. He not gonna be in the kid life. You know what I'm saying? Though the dude that she living up with, he gonna think it's his baby. He signed a birth certificate. And a few months later passed, or like a year passed, she gonna put him on child support. He paying child support for a kid that ain't his. And then he do a DNA test to find out the kid not his. He still gotta pay child support. He still gotta pay this and do this and do this and do that. If he don't, he going to jail. He getting lights taken away. You know what I'm saying? He even get a record. Like, I'm not lying. That's how it is. Even the baby ain't his. He's down the birth certificate. Found out the baby not his. They still want him to pay child support. They still want him to do this and do this and do this and do this like he the daddy. Like he got like he the one got her pregnant. They don't go after the this thing about the court, man. This is the thing about America and the court system. How stupid they is. They don't go after the parents or whatever who did beat and do nothing for their kids at all. But they go after the man. They go after the man that's there for his baby, taking care of his kid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they still get a baby to the boat baby mama. They can't take care of the kid at all, but they won't have the baby live with the daddy who can take care of them.
You gotta get out of my house. All that stuff coming out. It's gonna be all that stuff gonna be out. Hey, don't walk up on me. Everybody gonna see this too. This what it look like, bruh. She wanna stay in my crib and she pregnant by another dude. Oh man, hey.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
What would you have done in a similar situation?
Man,
let's see how you all would handle it.
So it's okay for women to get abortions, but it's not okay for a man to walk away. It's okay for women to a baby, but it's not okay for a man to remove himself from a situation that he no longer sees fit. It's okay for women to trap a man with a baby because he's rich and wealthy, but it's not okay for a man to walk away. I honestly don't understand women's one-sided perspective. Y'all are behaving like the man forced you to have intercourse with him. He forced you to have that baby. Even though this man has been showing you with actions that he did not want to be a father, and you chose to still go through with it because you know you got the court system to push him to be a father, right? Women are the issue. Y'all are the same women that is raising these weak, immature young boys to be thugs, to die in the street because y'all lack self-accountability, which you raise a man with lack of self-accountability, which leads to a man impregnating a woman and not taking care of it because his mother didn't teach him how to have any morals or values. I said it.
Man, she dang all right too, she dang all right. She the nail on the head. Cause these women out here would get pregnant and be a single mother on purpose. On purpose. They even marry a dude and have all his kids whole time. You know the dude didn't want to get married, so she forced the dude to get married. Alright, he give you a ring that you can shut up. He didn't want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm a bad track. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting off topic. You know what I'm saying? That's a video for another day. So they would get pregnant on purpose. Dude showed them all the signs. He even said to her, I don't want no kid. I don't need no kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for that. I'm not financially real or whatever. He just don't want no kid. Does she get pregnant by him on purpose and keep the kid, be a single mother on purpose because she know the court got her back. She know she gonna get a whole lot of support out here. Especially the rich athletes, they be the stupidest ones, bro. Sleeping with IG models, and she ran through the whole industry. She had basketball.
She said some pure, straightforward facts, and she earned my respect for being this honest and good-hearted.
At my daughter, I had to actually sign a waiver saying that I am attesting that there's no other possible fathers, and there's an opportunity for the man to get the test done right there at the hospital free before he actually signs it.
That's normal.
That was what that's
I mean, at the hospital? Yes, I gave birth to my oldest in 2009, and I had to sign a waiver like here.
Imagine if this was applied all over the globe. How do you think the world would be?
Child.
This is not your child.
What you mean?
This is not your child. I'm just letting you know, so you won't, this is not your child.
So I've been paying child support on this man for what, 4 years, 5 years, and he telling me it's not my child?
Yeah, this is not your child, but I thank you for everything you're doing, but
Oh, baby, it ain't going down like that.
Why it's not? We about to go. I'm about to take you, but we about to just go.
I've been paying $700 a month for 4 years, bruh. You know how much that is?
But I'm just
That's like $8,400 a year. 4 years.
I'm letting you know so you won't get a DNA test that he's not your child.
Man, that's like $30,000. But either you got the $30,000 to give me back, or it's gonna be an issue.
We can work something out.
The only solution is for her to take accountability and give him his money back.
Can we just work something out?
I mean, what you trying to work out, bro? Because that's $30,000.
Plan or something. If you want to take me to court, feel me? I don't know, but I'm just
Yeah, take your ass to court, my nigga. Take it to court, bro.
Yeah, something gonna happen.
But you got to win that bread back.
No 30
That's
racks.
crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't care.
Hey, look, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? They probably ain't gonna give him the money. You know what I'm saying? He probably gotta keep, like I said, he's trying to break certificate and all that. He still gotta pay child support. You know what I'm saying? He still gotta pay it. You look, I know they not finna get this man his money back. They not finna do it. He just going to court for no reason. But he better try though. You know what I'm saying? You might have success, but you know how they is against men in America.
But you telling me that ain't mine, so I don't care about none of that.
All right, we about to go then.
Man, yeah, but hey, look, to figure out how you gonna get my money.
Could not think of anything worse to happen to a guy. I just feel bad for the kids. It's always the kids that suffer the most in these failed relationships.
Divorces initiated against them. Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Dr. Dre, Ryan Reynolds, Tom Brady, Lance Armstrong, Alex Rodriguez, Channing Tatum, Chris Rock, Ben Affleck, Chris Pratt, Liam Hemsworth, Ben Stiller, David Duchovny, Orlando Bloom, Tiger Woods, Sean Penn, Sylvester Stallone, Paul McCartney, Ryan Felipe, Jason Momoa, Michael Jordan. These are all very attractive men, high status men, wealthy, and even they can't keep a chick.
Nah, we were talking how you know it's a problem. I'll gonna say that too. Listen to me, y'all. Them high earning figure men, bro, they made like, I'm telling you, like, way over 6 figures, bro. They made 7 figures a year. You know what I'm saying? Ain't they attractive? No homo. You know what I'm saying? Big paws, but they extra attractive. My nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Got the bread. They can't even keep. They still, like I said, like what he said, they still can't keep a woman. They would still get cheated on. Like Tom Brady, his girl was cheating on him with his wife, but that's still his girl. His girl was cheating on him with the personal trainer. Michael B. Jordan, for example. He had Louis Harvey. But look, you know how many females want Michael B. Jordan? Hey, Louis Harvey had him, and Michael B. Jordan buying her stuff, treating her right. Guess what? She still left the dude. She still left him. We got I think it's Xavier Worthy or something like that. It was somebody. The dude with the dread, and he had a blonde dread. He's Kansas City Chief. I think that's his name. His girl cheated on him. He hired a private investigator, found out his girl cheated on him. She cut the dreads or whatever, and this and this and this and this. Cause she got mad, and then she thought about he body slammed her and doing all this, and like, you know what I'm saying? She cheated on him. He a year older than me. I think he 21. He in the NFL. Xavier Worthy, I think that's him. Correct me if I'm wrong. He making millions a year. Got the fame and all that. Still got cheated on. Still can't keep a woman. And he even married her. Still couldn't keep him. Now, what make you think the average day-to-day man, what you think they gonna do to us? They doing it to them, what you think they gonna do to us? Tiana Taylor, the voice on me, I made a video about that. It had a video about that. You know what I'm saying? He got paid $8,000 child support. She took all 4 properties, an $800,000 car. You know what I'm saying? She keep her business, and he paying paying for the kids all their school expenses on top of child support, and he got to pay her alimony. The NBA player at the time, dude, I forgot his name, but I'm telling you, boy, it's crazy out here, boy. I'm telling you.
So, me as like, I consider myself like kind of a normal dude.
This shows that it could happen to anyone. So be careful who you get married to.
Do men have rights anymore? You see, this woman accused this man of being the father of her child. It turns out he's not. And that's it. There are no consequences. You can just go around accusing people and telling falsehoods, and nothing bad. You don't have to pay a fine. You don't go to prison. You don't have to issue a public apology. You just make claims and you get to walk for free. So this woman claims that she's a lesbian and her female partner could not conceive. They tried. One night she gets with a fella and she says, by the way, you got me pregnant, and all of the stuff that goes along with that, financial responsibility, all of that stuff. You the daddy and there's nothing you can do about it.
This makes me feel sick, that someone would accuse a man of being the father when he's not. And the worst part here is when he's proven innocent, and the justice system does nothing to her.
What I say?
He said the math ain't mathing. And in the presence of her lawyer, he did a paternity test, and it came back and said he ain't the daddy. Now, surely she knew he ain't the daddy because
she said I went up a bag. That's it. She tried to get a bag out of him.
She's a lesbian, right? Or did she know that he ain't the daddy, and she accused him anyway, and was gonna make him pay?
These hoes be knowing both. Cause how the hell you know that a dude shots a club, but y'all know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? The stuff go up the woman, whatever. How the world? They don't know that. They don't feel that. Cause I know they feel that. I know they feel the stuff inside them. That cause you telling me, like, come on, bro, like, you not fooling me, bro. Cause there ain't no way I don't know that he did it. He ain't did it. She just trying to get a bag out of him. That's all it is.
For 18 years and raise someone else's child. What should happen if you lie?
All of human history. Now you can take a DNA test, and in some countries, it's actually in France. That's where I was born. You can't get it's illegal to get a paternity test in France because apparently, according to the French, it would be too destructive to society because men would realize that they were cucked and their partner, there's infidelity, and that the kid's not theirs. And that's a real fear for men, to raise a child that you think is yours. Women can't really relate to this one because if you have a kid, you know with certainty the kid is yours. Well, you laugh, but it is a genuine, real fear. That's one of the biggest L's a guy can take in his life, is to, with his wife or partner or whatever.
I'm out, man.
Can someone explain to me why this grown woman, who looks to be in her late 30s, is laughing when this guy is talking about a big issue in society? With due respect, I just think it's immature and incredibly rude.
So there's a little, like, I don't know what started this topic on Twitter. Apparently people talking about like asking women or their significant other for a DNA test and how it should be like mandatory, and you know women shouldn't be upset. And I saw this one and I was like, I agree that, you know, if you a dude and you feel like you got to get a DNA test, whether you married, a long time situation, whatever y'all got going on. If you feel that way, by all means go do it. However, once you ask that question, once you ask her for a DNA test and she want a divorce, or want to break up with you, you can't be upset at that, bruh. Because my thing is, especially if you married, what the stopping you from getting a little snippet of your kid's hair or their toothbrush or whatever? You can easily get the DNA from the kid without her ever knowing. And
yeah, they're about to do that too, you know what I'm saying? But if she do divorce him or whatever and she break up with him, that's what I do with the red flag and itself. But at the same time, she saved him from long-term trauma. Though she just moved, though she trashed, though she take her stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Putting herself in the dumpster. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, you can get a kid DNA easily. Get a piece of hair, toothbrush, you know what I'm saying? Especially like a little child, like you dress like a little child, you know, they be drooling and biting on stuff. Yeah, you get a squad. You know what I'm saying? Dude, the mama sleeping with her, you know what I'm saying? Get a squad with the key in your mouth, put it out of bed, go to the thing, and get your DNA test. But these women out here devious, bro. I'm telling you, man. like the older I got, bro, it's like the real I realize I'm like, man, I kind of want to be no woman at this point. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody GAY. I'm talking about in America. Like I like, you know what I'm saying? You can't even do one night stands for them, nothing like that. Could you know you gonna catch some? You know what I'm saying? The whole time she was out there pregnant about holding a dude, and then you end up releasing her by accident. But she can't get pregnant again, so you releasing her by accident. You like, dang, man. The whole time she pregnant, she ain't trying to do the abort thing. So now I gotta take care of the kid, cause the kid mine, because I done dangled releasing her the whole time. She was already pregnant, and she put the baby on you, and she know that, like I said, she know what to do with the baby. She know what to do with the baby daddy, but he don't want to take care of the kid. So she put it on you because she know you gonna step up. The whole time the baby is yours. That's how I go out here. I'm telling you, bro.
Whatever you need to do to get your peace of mind.
This is a smart way to go about this situation. There are two kinds of men. The kind that gets angry and the kind that remains calm and never shows their next move until they win.
So if you bring it up to her and you ask her and you're in a committed relationship, you want to get broken up with. It's not about the kid and wanting a peace of mind at that point. That like, because you can get the DNA. Like, you can literally go grab that brush, get a piece of hair, get the kid, send it off, get it back without her ever knowing.
It's about getting all the evidence you need before confronting the other person when you are 100% ready.
I want to know, why do women find it disrespectful when a man asks for a DNA test?
I don't know.
Right.
Why is that disrespectful? You about to hit me with the 1 point when I pick me, because I don't know. I really don't
Why
get
is
it.
that disrespectful?
I really don't get it. I think it should be a requirement, because I feel bad for men that are raising children and don't know that's not their kid.
And truthfully, don't see why women get offended when a man asks for a DNA test, especially if y'all just sleeping around. He don't know who else you're sleeping with, so of course he got every right to want to know if the kid's really his or not. Even if you're in a relationship or a marriage, like, people step out of their relationship, people step out of their marriage. So I feel like when a man asks for a DNA test, it should just be a given. And the first thing y'all say is, oh, that's embarrassing, or you question my loyalty. No, what's embarrassing is your kids growing up and they're dating their cousin, they're dating their siblings, all because you told this man that it was his baby and you know it's not his baby. So I feel like DNA test should be mandatory, it should be given. Now I see how some of y'all get offended because of the way he approached you about the DNA test. Oh, the only reason why I'm asking is because my mama said she has suspicions, or my sister said she heard things about you. I can see where you get offended, because now you feel like he's not asking for himself, you feel like he's asking for others. But other than that, if a man asks you for a DNA test and you know you ain't stepped out, you know you ain't doing wrong, you know it's a baby, give him one.
I have a good feeling that it will be mandatory.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, listen, if you know you're not a cheater, they try to gaslight you by saying, oh, so you cutting my loyalty now, you doing this, so all this, whatever. Girl, if you know you're not a cheater, you know you been real with me from the start, get a DNA test. You get it no problem. You be like, okay, baby, I do any DNA test. Why not? What's up? You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. I know the baby yours. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no cheater. I know it's you, and you want it. It's all about you. I ain't sleeping around none of that. But I'm telling y'all, what they do out here, like I said, you can't put that past these women nowadays. So they'll sleep with anybody, even your family members, and get pregnant by them. Then put the baby on you. I'm telling y'all, man.
In the future. And that is necessary because a family is something important, and its values need to be kept safe.
Women actually say every woman, bro. Watch this. Excuse me, quick question. Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear.
Why the bear?
Because men are very unpredictable sometimes when they're straight, usually.
You don't think the bear's unpredictable?
No, because I'm a crazy, so I'll scare it.
Huh? You could take a bear?
Yeah, I'm Colombian. I could take the bear.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Even if she can, the real question is, can you defeat a wolf? I don't think so.
How would you take a bear?
By screaming and being big like you're supposed to.
How big can you get? Can you show me?
Oh my God.
You have no chance. Now do you believe me that every woman chooses the bear?
Oh, be wildin'. I ain't gonna. That's one thing I learned.
DNA test should be mandatory for any male that wants to be placed on a child's birth certificate. I know like a lot of people aren't gonna like that, but if it was just something that was mandatory, it should just be no argument, no nothing. If it's his child, it's his child. And if it's not, there's just so much more that goes into just like knowing who you are and your identity based off of both of your parents. Like, I was just thinking about it because there was a video that went viral about a man that went to jail for not paying child support for a child that wasn't even his.
Here we go again.
So today is Friday and I got my child support check and I don't know what to spend it on.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm gonna go leave my kids at their grandmother's house and I'm probably gonna go out drinking with my husband, go out and gamble a little bit.
Stop it. Get some help.
Maybe go shopping. The kids don't need anything because I provide.
Man, about to say about the child support. It should be the child support money should be monitored with actual proof, receipts, digital receipts. It should be sent through the court. First off, it should be sent to the man, then to the court. It's all on because she buys something, right? So all that should go to the man, and at the end of every month, he show it to the court system. He show it to the jurors or whatever, and she and if she do get the money, and you see she spending on other stuff, and the kid ain't getting nothing, cut the child support. That's what I tell you. Like the child support card, the child support should be on the card or something. Whatever she spending on, you know what I'm saying? They can look at a spending record and see what she really spending their money on. I'm just saying. Fuck.
Everything for them, so I might just go ahead and splurge on myself with my little child support check. What do you girls do when you get child support?
And you know what though? That's typically how the bullshit goes. You feel me?
This must be some kind of sarcasm, but this is not something to be joked about.
What's this I hear? Your mama said that you want a DNA test.
You get in the car?
No. Why do you want a DNA test for my child? What happened? Like, you said all this time.
That don't mean that, though. That don't mean that.
Okay,
how long been together? I'm gonna need that DNA test up front.
I don't know what's going on, but all of a sudden now you want a DNA test.
Okay, since you don't get in the car and talk to me, I'm gonna be real with you. I just don't know. The baby is like so light.
You don't know what? The baby is 4 days old.
Even if that's the case, the man just wants to know to rest his mind.
Like, what do you mean? Like, so you really want a DNA test for our baby? It don't
I'm about to end it right here, though. Hold on.
So tell me this. Like, do you think that I was cheating at all? Our whole relationship, we've been together 5 years. You always know where I'm at. I'm always at the house. If I do leave out the house, I'm with you. You honestly think I was cheating?
I don't think you was cheating, but what's wrong with me getting a DNA test?
Why do you need a DNA test?
I just want to know for a fact.
You do know for a fact.
I don't know for a fact.
You don't know for a fact that this your child.
That's what the DNA test for. No, I don't.
You don't know for a fact.
I don't know. What's
but
wrong
we've
with
been
DNA
together
test?
for 5 years.
My mama said I should get a DNA test just to be sure. Be clear.
Your mama wasn't in our relationship though. I feel like that's so disrespectful that you even want a DNA test for our child. We've been together for 5 years.
Do you have anything to worry about?
You're literally talking about us getting married next year.
Have you cheated on me?
No, I have not.
So what
no,
Man,
I have not.
she been cheating because
This shouldn't be taken seriously.
He asked her because she said, I'm playing back. He said, have you been cheating on me? Whatever, this and this and this. She didn't say. She avoided that whole question. I'm gonna play it back.
Been together for 5 years.
Look, she avoided the whole question.
Your mama wasn't in our relationship though. I feel like that's so disrespectful that you even want a DNA test for our child. We've been together for 5 years.
Do you have anything to worry about?
You're literally talking about us
She didn't
getting.
answer that question. I'm about to end the video right here though. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you know you haven't cheated or anything, you know you've been loyal to your man from day one. Tell them. You get a man a DNA test. Stop making it so hard. Cause at that point, That's why I know. That's how I know you're a whole bot because you get mad at something like that. How the world? She trying to be like she talking about we been together for 5 years. I don't care. We been together for 40 years. You know what I'm saying? If the kid ain't mine, we gonna have issues. I don't care. We been together for 50, 60 years. You can still step out and get banged out by all these different men. I ain't even know about it. That's why I said, you let chip with your girl, whatever. You don't know what she doing. She could be sleeping with so many men. How the way I want to know all these niggas you slept with? Why are you with me? How I'm supposed to know? Anyway, I like, subscribe, and I'm out.